Hi, this is Michael Buckhoff from BetterTOEFLScores.com. Today I want to talk about the TOEFL iBT writing section, specifically the integrated writing task. Now, if your score right now is between 17 and 23 points, which essentially means you're not passing, but you're getting close to passing, I think this video is for you. Now remember, the integrated writing task involves your ability to read an academic text, and then you listen to a lecture which is related to the reading, and then you'll be asked a question. Usually your purpose is to connect the listening to the reading to show how the two sources of information are related. Now, before you go to Las Vegas to gamble away all your worries because of the stress, and you think that you might not be able to pass this section of the test, I think I have 6 specific tips right now. There's 6 things that you can do. If you do these 6 things, you can definitely improve your ability on the writing tasks. First of all, number 1, it's important to practice identifying main ideas. Now, you could record some news, some informational programs in English. You might pick sources from the internet, from the radio. You may download talks or lectures from the internet. Now, as you're doing this, listen, take notes. Maybe stop the recording about every 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Write out a short summary of what you heard. Now replay the recording so you can check your summary for accuracy. Mark places where you're not sure if you've understood what was said, or if maybe you didn't express yourself as well as you want to. Now, if possible, ask your teacher to look over your summary to see if you have accurately understood and listened to the information, and if you're accurately expressing your idea in English. Now, with a teacher or maybe a friend, you can listen to the recording again and pay close attention to the places where you had difficulty understanding. Essentially, the purpose of this first tip is to help you improve your ability to identify the main points of the listening passages. Now, the second tip. You can read 2 short articles or essays. Maybe these articles have a similar or opposite view on a similar topic or issue. Outline each of the articles and compare the main points. You can write a summary of each text, and maybe you can have someone look over your outline to make sure it's accurate. Now, do another writing task in which you explain the ways that these points are related, the ways they might be different, and the ways in which one article actually supports or makes you look at the other differently. The important thing is you're exploring the relationship between these 2 articles. This is a very important skill, and it helps you better connect the information in the listening to the information in the reading. Tip number 3. You can read one longer article in English. You might pick a magazine, you might pick a website. Do this daily. Now, as you read this article, write an outline, then write a summary of it in English as quickly as you can. Now, ask your teacher to review your summary, if you have a teacher or access to a teacher, to see if your sentences are grammatically correct and if your sentences and vocabulary have accurately expressed the ideas from the original source. Now, be careful. If you're writing a lot of short, simple sentences, you're going to get a lower score in the TOEFL iBT, so you should practice combining these sentences into longer, more complex structures. Remember that you're scored on your ability to use advanced grammar structures. So the more that you can combine your ideas, the better chance you have of getting an actually higher score there. Tip number 4. Read short, but interesting academic articles in English. You might find them in magazines, maybe websites. Now, believe it or not, you can do this in your own language. Now, here's the hard part. Take the sentences that are written into your own language and translate them into more complex, accurate sentences in English. Now, if you have a teacher, ask the teacher to review your translations to make sure that it's accurate, especially with the content, the vocabulary is good, and the grammar is good. Now, as you're translating these ideas, you need to recognize the errors, the common errors that you're making, and you want to avoid making these errors as much as possible. Tip number 5. Practice combining information that you have heard and read in a written summary. Remember that this is very, very important for TOEFL. So you could read a text before listening to a talk in the same subject. You might make a list of the similarities and the differences of the information presented. Read an editorial on a subject, then you can talk to somebody about it and listen to what they say about the issues. Then you can write a summary of the different views. The important thing here is you practice getting the main points of the reading passage, you get the main points from the listening passage, and then you begin combining this information together. This is a skill called synthesis or synthesizing. Tip number 6. Last but not least, you need to get a list of connective type words. Words like because, which is a reason. You might use a result like thus or hence. Example type words like for instance or such as. Words to compare like in contrast, on the other hand, or similarly or in the same manner. Words that function in a process or list like first, second, third, and so on. And then maybe conclusion like in conclusion, in summary, or to sum up. It's important that you have a good knowledge of these kinds of transition words. So there you have it. Your 6 tips for improving your integrated writing skills for the TOEFL iBT. For more information, you can go to my website at www.michaelbuckhoff.com.